Sorry. Super director. It is exactly 10 days to the August polls. A very good evening to you and welcome to Hope TV News Watch on this 29th day of July 2022. My name is Kennedy Kimani, sitting in for Grace Wangui. Assisting the sign language interpretation is our very own Boniface Murithi. Let's begin. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta today expressed gratitude to the Kenya Defense Forces for their role in Kenya's progress beyond their core mandate of safeguarding the country, naming railway restoration, revival of Kenya Meat Commission, and shipbuilding as some of the roles in which the military has excelled. The president spoke on Friday when he presided over the KDF consecration, presentation and trooping of colors by the 21st Battalion of the Kenya Rifles at Lang'ata Garrison in Nairobi City County. Tess Njenga begins a bulletin with the following report. Moving on, the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission Chairman Wafula Chebukati says all polling stations will have ballot papers and boxes to be used in the election by the 6th of August. Speaking during a National Council on Administration of Justice meeting on Friday, Chebukati stated that the commission has engaged all stakeholders and is confident the election will be successful.
4 copies will be given to agents of presidential candidates. 1 copy will be put in the ballot box and will be sealed together with the materials which are supposed to be in the box. And that then leaves 1 copy which is supposed to be pasted on the door. And we have agreed that the presiding officer will make arrangements to make a photocopy of the original for purpose of pasting on the door of the polling station before he leaves the polling station. Now, we want to state that 4B is being printed and will be delivered to the country together with the other ballot materials remaining, and that then will be sent direct to the constituency tallying centers or the constituency returning officer. That 4B was not meant to be packaged together with that 4A because it's meant to be used by the returning officer. So that's why it has not come, but it will be coming with the rest of the ballot materials. The commission continues to receive ballot papers for presidential election, and the last batch is expected on or before the 3rd of August. There are no 3,000 KIMS kits which are missing. There have never been. We are only aware of 1 KIMS kit which was stolen in Nakuru, and we are not aware of any other KIMS kit which are missing. All the KIMS kits the commission has have been accounted for. There are 55,000 KIMS kits plus the CEO is here. I think he has the records. And I think what you are referring to is the BVR kit. The records of the BVR kits which were purchased in 2012 as at that time, and what we received when we joined the commission, the records show a difference of 3,000 BVR kits. And that then is an audit query which the CEO perhaps can comment on.
Now, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, has today issued a 7-day ultimatum notice to social media giant Facebook to comply with hate speech prevention guidelines or risk being suspended in the country. The Commission issued the notice in the backdrop of a report released by Global Witness, an international non-governmental organization, that revealed that Facebook had failed to regulate Kenya's hate speech content in the country ahead of the August high-stake polls. The Commission and the leadership of Facebook met in Nairobi in April, with the meeting arriving at the resolution that Facebook will step up its efforts to moderate and regulate the content posted on its platform, especially the ones that border on election matters. And with just 10 days to the August polls, a new poll by research firm TIFA has placed Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate Raila Odinga as the most preferred contender in the State House race, with a popularity rating of 46.7%. Deputy President William Ruto came in second with a popularity rating of 44.4%, while his Roots Party counterpart, Professor George Ojakoya, was third at 1.8%. Agano Party presidential candidate David Mwaore's popularity stood at 0.1% according to the survey conducted between the 21st to the 26th of July.
There's no place on the ballot to mention, to mark undecided. If you don't vote for the presidential candidate, that vote is taken away from the hesabu. So you can see, or you can guess, you can do with your own calculator, if you take away 7%, it pushes both of them much closer to that 50% mark. But as long as the two other candidates are getting 2% or more, if they're very close, we're going to have a runoff. Are we predicting that? No. Overall, as we saw with the trend, that especially since a year ago in June, when Raila was at his low point, his numbers from both genders have been going up. And they've continued to go up, so that whereas in February, the deputy president was leading, as we showed you a minute ago, or no, we'll show you that next. It may be that Odinga's choice of Karua as a running mate is having a very positive impact, not in terms of gender, but in terms of attracting people of both genders for other reasons. Maybe she's seen less as a woman and just more as a politician with a history of performance. When we look at the same change for the opposing ticket of Ruto and Gachagua, we can see again, they've also gained 5% since the last survey. And that's simply because the undecideds, as we showed, were decreasing from 26% down to 7%. So people are making up their minds, but those undecideds are not dividing themselves disproportionately.
And on the campaign trails, and Deputy President William Ruto has told President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga to accept that they are responsible for the high cost of living Kenyans are grappling with, while addressing a charged rally in Busia town where he took the Kenya Kwanza campaigns to the border county. DP Ruto said Uhuru and Raila should entirely be blamed for the grumbling economy, adding that the two leaders should stop apportioning blame over who is responsible for the high domestic commodity prices and act accordingly by lowering the cost of basic products.
Hii mambo ya kuingilia mambo ya uchaguzi, ya kuingilia IBC, ya kutuma kibicho, kujaribu kusukuma ma-assistant chief na ma-chief ili waharibu kura. Sisi tunawaambia you must stop this. Mutazame yale yanafanyika Amerika. Wale walijaribu kuhujumu demokrasia ya Amerika tarehe 6 Januari 2021. Sasa wako kwa tabu, wanajibu maswali.
Nani hajui wewe ni rais wa Kenya kwa miaka 9 iliyopita? Wewe jipange polepole, wachana na IBC ifanye kazi yake. Tarehe 9 ufunge virago uende Gatundu, tukipeleka mzee wa kitendawili Bondo.
Nataka nimwombe rais wetu wa Kenya, tafadhali bwana rais, you shouldn't be the source of threats in Kenya. Wacha kutisha wa Kenya. Kazi yako ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba Wakenya wote wako salama. Wacha kutuambia ya kwamba tutakujua wewe ni rais. Sisi ndio tulikuchagua na tulikuchagua uwe rais wa Kenya. Wacha kututisha. Sisi hapana watu wa kutishwa. Kweli ama si kweli? Kweli ama si kweli? Tunaelewana? Sijui kama tunaelewana. Namwambia rafiki yangu Uhuru Kenyatta, my friend, please, wakati ulikuwa unahitaji watu wa kusimama na wewe, tulisimama na wewe to the man.
Now it's time for a quick breather here on Hope TV News Watch. We'll be back in a short while with more stories. Stay with us.
Trees are important to us. They give us shade, they reduce the impact of stormwater runoff, they reduce the effects of drought.
The forest is facing quite a number of challenges.
Situated in the middle of a concrete jungle is Nairobi's largest indigenous urban forest.
It is the biggest indigenous forest within a city in Kenya.
We are getting people coming to do the illegal dumping in the forest.
We also have some opportunistic criminals who, once they commit crime, they run into the forest to hide.
Join us on Thursday, 4th August 2022 as we bring you special coverage on the plight of trees, Ngong Road Forest, only on Hope TV News Watch, where you look and live.
On Hope Junction, every Saturday, get to enjoy songs that cater to the young and young at heart. Let the beat keep your head nodding. That's every Saturday on Hope Junction. From 10 a.m.
Coming up this September, CITAM Springboard Convention 2022 with fresh anointing to radiate God's glory as we reach out to the lost. Mark and save these dates from the 20th to the 24th September 2022 at CITAM Valley Road. The convention is themed Till the Whole World Hears and will definitely revive and uplift your faith. The Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 24 verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached to the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. Get ready for the Springboard Convention 2022. You don't want to miss it.
Hope TV is now available on GoTV Channel 103, Zuku Channel 873, Signet Channel 817 and StarTimes Channel 026. Enjoy our uplifting content and family-friendly programming anytime. Hope TV, you look and live.
Treasure Hunt.
Treasure Hunt on Hope TV.
We bring you great content for boys and girls in this new season of Treasure Hunt.
Kisha za Simba shambani. Kisa cha Simba shambani.
Treasure Hunt, Saturdays at 9 a.m. only on Hope TV.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, Azimio presidential candidate Raila Odinga has dismissed claims that he will fight Christianity once he takes over power. Speaking on Friday in Machakos County, Raila said his remarks at a meeting with Muslim women were taken out of context. Addressing a group of Muslim women, Raila said it was wrong to perceive one religion as more important than the other. Odinga added that if elected, he will make sure all the religions are protected equally.
Tumekuwa kwa kanisa hata kabla wengine wanataka kusema sisi si watu wa kanisa, waanze kujiunga na kanisa. Wametukuta kwa siasa, wametukuta kwa kanisa, wamekuja wakianza kuuliza maswali. Ndugu yangu, ngojea, Mungu ndiye atakuuliza maswali na aniulize. Na kuwa Mkristo sio kujitaja wewe ni Mkristo. Tabia yako ndio itasema wewe ni nani.
There's a clip that is now showing around. I was addressing a group of Muslim women who came to see me. And they are complaining about discrimination of Muslims when they apply for passports or for ID cards. And I just want to tell you that I have been a member of parliament for Langata constituency for a long time. And I have seen that kind of discrimination, real, against members of the Islamic faith who live in Langata constituency. In Kibra, you've got a number of them, the Nubians, there are also the Boranas who live there and have fought. Because when you want to get an ID card as a Muslim youth, you have to produce the ID of your father and of your grandfather. Sometimes they ask you also the grandfather of your father. So, but they are not asking the others, members of other religions. I said, this is discrimination. That's what I said. And I said, how did this come about? I said, it's because it's roots in colonialism. The colonial system was discriminating. And because the Anglican Church was the church of the Queen, church of the governor, it was favored at that time. I was just putting this in historical context. I did not want to use this against the Christians today. So somebody has picked that comment, me addressing the Muslim women, and I want to use it that I'm trying to discriminate against Christianity. No. And then I said also that somebody said he was going to protect as a candidate, he's going to protect the church. I said, the church is protected by the Constitution.
And to our first story, President Uhuru Kenyatta today expressed gratitude to the Kenya Defence Forces for their role in Kenya's progress beyond their core mandate of safeguarding the country, naming railway restoration, revival of Kenya Meat Commission and shipbuilding as some of the roles in which the military has excelled. The President spoke on Friday when he presided over the KDF consecration, presentation and trooping of colours by the 21st Battalion of the Kenya Rifles at Langata Garrison in Nairobi City County. Tess Njenga with the report.
Uweze kutuongoza katika hafla hii.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, escorted by Chief of Defence Forces General Robert Kibochi, today rode into Ulinzi Sports Complex in Langata Garrison for the consecration, presentation and trooping of the colours by the 21st Battalion, the Kenya Rifles. Trooping of the colour is an elaborate military drill marked by a parade, marching and prayers held to present presidential and regimental colours to an infantry unit. During the ceremony, the President thanked the Kenya Defence Forces for their role in Kenya's progress beyond their core mandate. The President said the military unit will relocate from Mariakani to Manda in Lamu County and partner with the Kenya Navy together with the multi-agency team operating in the area to safeguard Kenya's maritime border and ensure safety of residents. The President said the award of colours to all the 3 battalions that constitute the 6th Brigade of the Kenya Army during his tenure is a significant milestone in enabling KDF to deliver on its mandate of defending and protecting Kenya's territorial integrity. Chief of Defence Forces General Robert Kibochi expressed gratitude to President Kenyatta for having supported KDF in achieving its mandate by providing adequate resources, guidance and leadership. Earlier, President Kenyatta, who was accompanied by Defense CS Eugene Wamalwa, presided over the official opening of the Kenya Army Band Headquarters and the Kenya Defense Forces School of Music. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Tess Njenga.
And now, former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko now says he will support UDA candidate Hassan Omar in the race for Mombasa County Governor seat if his running mate Kisauni MP Ali Mbogo is not clear to participate in the contest. According to the former Nairobi County boss, he would rather support UDA's Hassan Omar than ODM party candidate Abdul Somad Nasir, whom he claims is a state project. Sonko says he was cleared alongside Ali Mbogo, adding that the impeachment was his and not for Mbogo. Sonko's sentiments followed the High Court's Thursday decision to throw out a petition he filed that sought to compel IBC to include his name among the list of candidates who will contest for Mombasa County's top seat next month. Still in Mombasa County, and the Mombasa National Police Service have dismissed claims that Mombasa is among the hotspot areas to be involved in violence during the August polls. Speaking during a peaceful walk organized by the Coastal Region National Council of Churches of Kenya (NCCK), Deputy County Police Commander Nicholas Nzomo said that Mombasa is peaceful and therefore there is no need for alarm. Coastal Region NCCK Chairman Peter Mweru said that the Friday Peaceful Walk is one of the events they have been doing in preaching peace across the country.
We are set to provide security during this time of elections, before and after. And so far, Mombasa County is peaceful. There is no hakuna cause of an alarm.
Thank you.
Police officers are in every corner. And security is well alert over.
Kuna maisha baada ya uchaguzi. Kuna nini jamani? Kuna maisha baada ya nini? Ya uchaguzi. Kwa hivyo tarehe 9 sio siku ya kufa na kupona, hapana. Tarehe 9 ni siku ya kuchagua viongozi watakao tuongoza katika miaka 5 inayokuja. Kwa hivyo tunasema kuwe na amani kabla ya uchaguzi, wakati wa uchaguzi na baada ya uchaguzi.
Kupitia ya juhudi ambazo jumuiya ya makanisa pamoja na interfaith kwa ujumla, wakati ambapo tumezunguka na kufanya mikutano ya amani. Na ndiposa tunaona katika jimbo letu la Mombasa kwamba kumekuwa na kampeni ambazo ni za amani, hakuna fujo, kwa sababu tumewaelimisha waumini wetu, wananchi wetu, vijana wetu, wamama wetu.
Kwa imani yote yawezekana, kwa imani yote yawezekana.
Now, the percentage of women of reproductive age receiving family planning commodities in Nyeri County has reduced by 18% from 2015 to 2021. Now, this is according to the 2015-2025 Nyeri Midterm Reproductive Health and Family Planning Strategy. Nyeri Health CEC Dr. Robert Duo noted that despite having a robust community health system, stigma associated with infertility, family planning, and diseases of the reproductive tract are the biggest impediment preventing men from playing an active role in family planning.
Male involvement in reproductive health remains a challenge, whereas community attitudes and stigma around cancers, infertility, and diseases of the reproductive tract affect health-seeking behavior and often result in late diagnosis. Inadequate staffing and capacity gaps exist, an impact on the implementation of the reproductive health strategy. The department is on course in implementation of the 10 years reproductive health plan and thus achieving its UHC goals.
And now let's have our international news outlook from our very own Faith Salfa.
The United States of America says it shares concerns that Tunisia's new constitution could weaken democracy and erode respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. This comes after the approval of new Tunisian constitution that gives sweeping powers to the president. The referendum, which delivered a yes vote of 94.6% with a turnout of 30.5%, was boycotted by opposition parties. The U.S. State Department has urged an inclusive and transparent progressive future that would involve Tunisians who did not participate or opposed the referendum. And the International Criminal Court (ICC) has issued a warrant of arrest for a Central African rebel leader, Nourdine Adam, the de facto leader of the Popular Front for the Renaissance of the Central African Republic, for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed during the country's civil strife in 2013. Adam is wanted for crimes he allegedly committed while he was the country's security minister. The crimes include torture, imprisonment, persecution, enforced disappearance, and cruel treatment at detention centers. The court said that the warrant was originally issued under seal in January 2019, but ICC judges have now ordered it to be unsealed. Over to Asia. Philippine authorities airlifted supplies to districts that have been cut off since a powerful earthquake struck the main island of Luzon this week, as residents pleaded for food and temporary shelter. The military said it had deployed personnel and helicopters to distribute relief goods to 7 isolated towns in Abra province. The spokesperson for the Social Welfare Ministry, Romel Lopez, said that around 3,000 food packs were airlifted to the affected communities. A United Nations base has been petrol-bombed in Beni, east of the Democratic Republic of Congo, amid worsening protests against the UN. At least 2 other peacekeeping bases were also targeted. At least 19 people, including 3 UN peacekeepers, have died in the violent clashes following anti-UN protests that started on Monday. Demonstrators have been accusing the UN of not protecting civilians against armed groups operating in the east. A UN spokesman says the protesters have been joined by Mai militia groups formed ostensibly to protect villages. For Hope TV's Newswatch, I am Faith Salfa.
Every Friday at 11 a.m. on Hope Junction. We play the latest jams. Plus your requests. If your favorite song tells your story better, let the whole world hear it.
To do their best at their performance. I like skating.
Mama Vivian, tumekuja kukusalimia. Amefufuka leo, fame wetu watawala. Na hizo nguvu leo, twaziona sasa.
On Hope Junction, every Saturday, get to enjoy songs that cater to the young and young at heart. Let the beat keep your head nodding.
Right now, but your love is amazing. We just
That's every Saturday on Hope Junction. From 10 a.m.
And now let's get down to business. Now, technology sector players have launched a digital talent program that is aimed at developing digital skills in the market by taking a sustainable approach to create a healthy digital talent pipeline. In its first year, the program, which is a partnership between organizations drawn from academia, training partners, tech hubs, government as well as industry players, targets to upskill 1,000 participants based on the digital skills currently in high demand.
I'm glad that we are going to be unveiling this partnership that we believe will be a game changer for Kenya digital ecosystem. And as Safaricom, you've been told we are a purpose-led organization and our objective is to transform lives. And we've seen firsthand the role that technology, the power of technology has on talent. This is why we are partnering with all of you to introduce this industry digital talent program, which is aimed at developing digital skills in the market by taking a sustainable approach to create a healthy digital talent pipeline.
Labor is one of the most important factors of production and must therefore be at the center of planning activities, whether by public or private sectors. However, for labor to become resourceful, it must possess the right skills and competencies. Similarly, establishing a career in the digital world also requires someone to have the proper mindset and to take appropriate actions, because one will not benefit in the digital world if they do not train and acquire the requisite practical skills. However, it has been observed that the number of youths entering the labor market through possessing ICT-related certificates, most do not possess the skills and competencies required by the employers in the digital industry.
Now, the Kenya Power and Lighting Company has signed a power purchase agreement with Ethiopian Electric Power to actualize power trade from the 1st of November. According to the firm, in the first 3 years, Kenya will get a maximum farm capacity of 200 megawatts and thereafter a maximum farm capacity of 400 megawatts for the remainder of the 25-year power purchase agreement. The agreed tariff will see Kenyans enjoy clean, reliable and affordable power. Ethiopian Electric Power will be the second largest power supplier to Kenya Power after the Kenyan Hydro's Eastern Cascade with a contracted 600 megawatt capacity. And to some sporting action, the Kenya Rugby Sevens, also known as Shujaa, have started off their Commonwealth Games on a high by beating Uganda's Rugby Cranes 27-14 in their opening Group D match in Birmingham on Friday afternoon. Tries from Johnston Olindi, Herman Humwa and Billy Odhiambo alongside Olindi's sole conversion gave Shujaa a 17-0 lead before Timothy Kasiga's converted try cut the scores to 17-7 at the break. Philip Wokorach will then score and convert his own try after the restart for a 17-14 score before Lindy and Kevin Wekesa landed the second half tries to give Shujaa the result.
I think it was a good game, coming into a camp of about 7 weeks and coming having our first game. You know, for a tournament to start with a W, a win. I think that's a good start to the team. Though at some point felt like we were losing some focus and maybe some lapses in the gameplay, but at least we take it as a blowout. So taking the W to the next game.
And finally, King's Rugby Development Academy has launched a rugby talent development program which seeks to develop 500 professional young rugby players in Kenya in the next 3 years. KRDA will partner with the Kenya Rugby Union and various rugby clubs in the country to develop their young talents and also offer opportunities for the King's Rugby underprivileged young rugby players to train with the various clubs and attend their matches.
King's Rugby Development Academy was set up with the express purpose of bringing hope, bringing change, bringing transformation to the lives of the kids, the young kids, age grade rugby kids in the Kibera initially, and we've run the program since 2014 here in the beautiful Hillcrest at their benevolence. And our aspiration is that we get the kids out of where they are and we give them a new horizon. We give them blue skies, green fields, hope, fun, where they can play with their friends on green fields. They can enjoy wearing kit, playing with good resources, and learn how to be a team and learn the values of what team means in terms of everyone together.
Many of these children are from underprivileged backgrounds, so it's really good to see that rugby is accessible in a big way even to people from very humble backgrounds. As KRU, we take a very deliberate and conscious step towards supporting academies like King's Rugby, mainly through training and development of the coaches, because at the end of the day we must have the right coaches imparting skills on the young children. We put together a program about 2 years ago to ensure that we can now get rugby into public primary schools. In the past, most children would start playing rugby in high school, and that is quite limiting. So you find that the development of our players is a bit stunted. But I've seen here we have under 11 category who have children in about standard 4, standard 5, and some of them also go as low as under 9s. And we are really excited that children are being able to play rugby even at a very young age.
But just in general, to support the projects that are going on in the ground, and you know, see the kids, and you know, hopefully, you know, put a little bit of smiles on faces for a short while. It's vital for the sport to grow in these countries. Obviously, in a country like Kenya, there's a whole number of different sports that people participate in: long distance running, football, etc., etc. So for age grade rugby to grow, for rugby to grow in the country, and for Kenya to be a dominant force worldwide, it needs to happen in the schools.
And that's it for the sports news and for the bulletin tonight. Many thanks to you for watching Hope TV Newswatch. On behalf of the whole team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a good night. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and Boniface Murithi has been the sign language interpreter. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.